it's CSDX and welcome to this video. Spiderman. Spiderman is one of Marvel's biggest and most well-known superheroes, having spanned hundreds of different comic books, TV shows, cartoons, you name it. Guy's got a lot of variations as well, such as the ever-beloved and yet somehow hated Miles Morales. Yeah, I don't understand it either, he's so well written. Naturally, with the face of Spiderman comes video games. And boy, there's a lot of them. Namely, one that is out this month, and it looks amazing. The people criticizing the puddles, though, we can do without those. And to celebrate the game's release, I thought I'd take a look at Spider-Man 3, the game movie. Is what I wanted to say, but I didn't want to use the stream footage in that way, with all the fancy edits and all that, and also it's like low bit rate, so I didn't want to bother with that. So I opted to instead review Spider-Man 2. Until I got way too frustrated to really bother with the rest of the game. I'll be sure to cover both of them either way though, but so it's just, I'm doing all sorts of Spider-Man games now, a number of them. So, yeah. Let's still look at Spider-Man 3. Let's just discuss it, shall we? This game just reeks of ass, guys. Admittedly though, there were a few things I did enjoy, such as swinging through Manhattan. However, even that was marred by a terrible camera. Now, to be fair, I was using a controller with a broken right control stick, and thus couldn't get the best grasp, but to be unfair, the game's camera actually is that bad. The combat is absolutely boring and monotonous. I couldn't find any enjoyment in it whatsoever. In addition, as I had mentioned in the stream, did not like how the game pretty much forces you to do side missions in order to progress with the main story. Pretty sure that's not how it works, guys. Put all that together and you got a game that I went and returned to GameStop not long after. In fact, I think I got more money than I thought for it, which is surprising because it is GameStop we're talking about. Although, I must say, the one saving grace was Jameson being as over the top as he could ever be.
Who is this? What do you want? How'd you get my direct line? So kid, like I... Parker! Parker! That's the third call I got about giant lizards running amok in Gramercy Park. Giant lizards! Get me photos, pronto!
Right away, Mr. Jameson.
Not enough to save the game, though. By the way, in a surprising twist, according to Metacritic, the DS version is the best one, with namely the soundtrack being praised. Pretty sure it's just not enough reviewers covering it. I'm trying to push a button! Okay, just checking. I'm just checking my phone notes to see, Spider-Man in a sinister. Oh, dear Lord, no. Sinister 6, let's go! Oh god, what did I do to deserve this? I feel like the controls have some kind of delay to them here, and Spider-Man randomly either jump kicks or punches with no sign of knowing what'll come. Well, unless you're on a platform and the enemy is too, then you jump kick off, but if they're high up, then you just punch. I think they messed up the coding here. You also don't get your web powers until you pick it up as an item, and you can't really swing on anything. You know, I think the game is actually so awful that I can't come up with any relatively decent jokes about it even. It's that bad. I'm not even sure how that's possible either. Oh, by the way, it has committed the gaming sin of having the B button as jump instead of A. Well, you know what, Sinister 6? You just made the sheet! Yep, sheet is back. Although the cover is, a little off. Kinda. Spider-Man on SNES! Based on the good animated series that Doug Walker crapped on. Every cartoon superhero show had exposition like that, god damn it! What are these guys? Well, I know those two guys, but who the fuck are these two snobballs? So, I've already found a problem with this game. Unclear where to go. I mean, I'm just fiddling around with the buttons and I don't see how— Oh. You have to press up while jumping to go to the background. Then, you have to pick up a special power-up above the area. Then, you go back down, and only then can you use your webbing to hit the blockade. Why couldn't I just bash it down with my jump kick? Why did I have to power up my fucking web to get it down? Oh, there's also no invincibility frames for when you get hit. In fact, they only show up when you die. And when you die, admittedly funny, you lie down for a bit, take a short power nap, and, not kidding, you visibly get up off the floor, dust yourself off, ready to fight again. I'm amazed that they actually animated that. And you too have made the sheet! Hello, track. Okay, cool. How come I never put Spider-Man 3 on the sheet, actually? Spider-Man and X-Men in Arcade's Revenge. Spider-Man has to save the X-Men from Arcade, and goes to his hideout as a result. What's the first level exactly? You're collecting mines, I think? I don't actually know what they are. Also, you have infinite webbing to shoot, little invincibility frame, the sounds are cartoony, you can't swing off everything here either, and the graphics, which I normally don't complain about, look absolutely horrendous for a SNES game. Is this that bad on the Sega Genesis? Oh, it is. And there's less sound effects and more music. Mother, I would like to join you in the next round, please. Oh, now we can play as any of the X-Men, huh? Let's do Storm. Okay, I'm genuinely confused here. Storm has to swim underwater and her health is also her air supply, meaning if she takes hits, she loses air. The explosions from her shots hurt her too. For the love of God, why does everything Spider-Man touch turn to shit? I ran out of page. I ran out of room on the first page already. That's cool. I forgot about that. Well, what's next on the shopping block? Oh, fuck yeah. Spider-Man and Venom in Separation Fucking Anxiety. Fuck yeah. This game was the shit in my childhood, man. Playing as Spider-Man and Venom, beating up bad guys, tossing around and shit. This game was so damn fun for me. God, I wish I knew how I managed to make it to the final boss as a kid. Hey, if you have the patience to try and beat it, be my fucking guest and be prepared for a hard time. Also, there's a secret room in the first level that only Spidey can access. No joke, I could never get Venom to get to it, probably because he's big. And of course, last but not least, is Spider-Man 2. I emulated the GameCube version because I don't have an actual copy. I don't know if you're gonna 100% like what I have to say, though. Okay, I am gonna level with you. This game is definitely fun. I can see why people praise the swinging around Manhattan mechanic thingy here, as they clearly dropped the ball with this in Spider-Man 3. The combat feels a bit more fleshed out, and I have so much fun with the ragdoll physics with both the enemies and Spider-Man himself. I'll stop the car! Well, that's a broken clavicle. However, the camera, it just isn't good. I'm sorry, but it isn't. A bit like with 3, I got confused as to which way I was going sometimes when climbing. There were a few glitches, surprisingly, and the side stuff with earning hero points can get really frustrating. And the balloons, my god, the balloons! I think that is the worst of them all. I legit just wanted to ignore everything, but it was all required to earn the in-game currency in hero points, which is used for buying upgrades such as a web zip and better swinging. Oh, and Jameson is not as animated as in 3. That, in my opinion, is a sin of all magnitudes. He is kinda still over the top though. Kinda. Not by much. Yeah, no, I'm not putting it on the sheet. What? I'd be crazy to do that again. I can see why people enjoy this game. If you like it, good for you. I just think that it has aged a bit poorly, and I just didn't want to go through with the game much further. You know, having ended with a movie game, kind of want to look at a movie. I mean, who knows, maybe the movie that I got lined up for me is good.